Yeah. You can start if you want. All right.
I'll do it on the next the Demon Slayer one.
All right. You want to do it at the TV? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Champ here and Daredevil 19. So you know what that means? Welcome to another episode of the Plastic Power Podcast.
podcast.
Podcast. Podcast.
And we're sure you can hear us because
Yes.
we didn't change any settings.
Didn't
So
change any settings at all. Absolutely not.
yeah,
Whatsoever.
everything should be the same.
Yeah.
So today is we've been talking about figures a lot. Two new movies came out, and me and Champ want to kind of review, discuss them. We're also going to do another episode that we're going to pre-record that I will upload either tomorrow or the next day, talking about the new trailer for One Piece season 2 before the live here.
Yes.
I feel
Yes.
like Champ has a lot to say about the Superman movie,
I
and then we
got
have the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, I got a lot to say about the Fantastic Four and Superman movie, and since yesterday, I think yesterday was what the One Piece Day or something like that. Again, they showed off
Yeah,
the
I think it was the weekend, so technically it's still today. Today, Sunday,
yeah.
obviously. I thought we were pre-recording for some reason. I think it was Saturday and Sunday. I think I just wrapped up in
Yeah,
Japan or something like that. But yeah, it was One Piece Day,
yeah.
and I totally forgot this weekend was, but I remember messaging you saying that we're probably going to get the trailer for season 2, and we did. I can't wait to talk about that
Yeah.
next. But yeah, this one I watched Superman first and saw Fantastic Four second. You probably did the same, right? Yeah, you saw Superman then Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, quickly, which did you like better out of the two?
Well, honestly, Superman. I enjoyed Superman a
Yeah,
lot
me too.
more,
Me
which
too.
is
Me too.
surprising because in the last 10 years, I feel like Marvel's been just kicking DC's butt with their movies.
Yeah,
And
flip the script with this one actually.
yeah,
I didn't
and
really care for Fantastic Four. It was all right. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was just like,
I
meh.
was hoping with Fantastic Four that they would break the Fantastic Four movie curse because it's like every movie that's came out well, since 2005, not counting the
Yeah, we had the
unreleased,
originals. We had the
yeah,
original two, and then we had
the
the remake.
2015 what
Yeah,
remake,
the
and
guy who
we've
made the guy. Yeah, the reboot. The guy who did that movie Chronicle that was really good
yeah.
did it, and there was just there was so much fighting on set, and just things weren't working out. So the movie just I never even finished the last half hour when they fought Doom or whatever.
Yeah.
I truthfully I liked the first half of that movie. I thought it was interesting and a very different take on superheroes. He kind of made it a bit more realistic. Like the Thing turned into a rock and he didn't know how to morph back into human form, and he was scared and freaking out. That was pretty cool. But this group of Fantastic Four, I like them all. Especially Human Torch. I thought Thing was fine. Pedro Pascal, and I believe that's his wife in real life,
No.
right? Oh, it's not, because they act very close when they're promoting the movie. They're holding hands and stuff. They were fine too. Uh, it was just if you're expecting to see a bunch of Fantastic Four action with them using their powers, you're not going to see too much of it.
Hmm.
But with Superman, if you plan on going there to see Superman, in a lot of battles, it's a lot more fun of a movie compared to Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four had too many Reed Richards, trying to come up with a plan. How do we defeat Galactus? Oh, I figured it out. Oh no, this happened. Now I got to figure out a way to do this. And that just kept happening. And it's bro, how many times is this going to happen? I understand that's Reed Richards' thing, but you're doing it a little too much. And Thing barely had his little side story in it.
Hmm.
Same with Human Torch. It seemed like it was very heavily focused on Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic, which is fine, I guess, but it's the four of them. Shouldn't it be split equally, you know?
Yeah. I feel like the 2005 and 7 movies did that better. Show it like
Yeah,
I know yeah, this one Mr. Fantastic barely showed his powers, which is
yeah.
weird because it's like, okay, I guess I don't know what's with Marvel where they're just like so like shy on showing stretchy powers because they changed Miss Marvel's powers in the TV show where it's no longer like, she doesn't have stretchy powers. It's all like, I don't know, what do you call it, like cosmic telekinesis kind of thing.
Oh, Miss Marvel did that.
Yeah.
Oh, I never watched that show. Okay,
She
so
she
she
has
does some.
powers that's like almost similar to like Momo from Don, like how she has like that green hand that stretches. That's what
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But it's really weird that Marvel is shying away from doing stretchy powers when one of the most, you know, right now at this moment, one of the most successful franchises, One Piece, who main character has stretchy powers, and we just saw the trailer last night of Luffy stretching. Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird that Fantastic Four. I mean, Reed Richards was like one of the first. I don't want to say the first character to have those kind of powers,
Before,
but
definitely before Luffy for sure.
yeah, before Luffy.
Yeah.
So it's just it's just weird.
One Piece really takes that power to another level, and it just shows all the different cool things he could do. Yeah, they do it in the comic books, and Reed Richards does a lot of different cool things in it. But in this one, all he was doing was stretching. That's it. He was just extending his limbs and his neck. And that was
Yeah,
really
he wasn't using it in like creative ways where the 2005
like a
one was
limit
like,
to it.
yeah, like he has a
Yeah,
limit, and it's like the 2005 one. We saw him deflate, we saw him like do like all these contortions, we saw him like go
made
underneath
like
stuff.
a water slide type thing to shoot Doom. I think it was the first movie. Like they broke off the fire hydrant to spray out the water, and he kind of caught it through his body and bent all around to aim it
Yeah,
at Doom.
and he
Yeah,
used
that
it
was a
for
lot
like
of
little things where he was like stretching his arm to grab something or right in the board. I mean, I
yeah,
think there
yeah.
was a couple of times
Yeah, there
Pedro
was a
did
couple
that,
times he did that.
but
Yeah,
not as
yeah. Like
much, And I'm just like, I want to
yeah,
see more of Mr. Fantastic, not Pedro Pascal,
yeah, yeah,
acting, and that's why I was like
yeah.
really hesitant. I'm like, oh my god, and
There's a lot of downtime, and it drags it a bit.
yeah,
It does, sadly. I mean, it was still like not a bad movie. It's not one of their like failures that they've been putting out a lot of lately. Like it wasn't bad, and yeah, Mr. Fantastic with his powers, I feel like was a pretty big letdown. Like what we were saying, he had like a limit as how far he could stretch, as you could see Galactus like stretching him, and he's stretching him so far, but it's not even that far if you watch it.
yeah,
His like clothes start to tear, and he's like like he's in agonizing pain, and it's like, bro, you can't stretch any further than that.
yeah,
Like Invisible Woman, they made her pretty badass and pretty goddamn powerful,
yeah.
which I thought was pretty
I
cool.
I do like them upgrading Susan Storm, making it a little bit more powerful. Where the Jessica Alba one, just anytime she used her power, she got like a nosebleed for some reason. It was kind of
I
weird.
thought that was going to happen to her towards the end when she was pushing Galactus. I'm like, don't tell me she's taking a nosebleed.
Yeah, that would have been
It's
funny.
like, don't. But yeah, the Jessica Alba one, she was like, it's like they flipped, like her powers were minimized in the originals, while Reed Richards wasn't, and in this one, Reed Richards' powers were held to a minimum, while hers weren't. So it's like they flip flop them,
And I
and
think
they've been the Fantastic Four for 4 years at this point in the movie.
poor use, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and it's weird because we don't get to see him fight any like big villains or anything like that, other than Galactus and the
yeah,
Silver Surfer. I would have liked to see them go on their like, adventures before Galactus and everyone showed up. Like maybe just like just kind of go like slap dab in the middle because the movie opens up with us learning the pregnancy spoilers. I know that's late on the spoilers. We'll make
Yeah,
sure to edit it on the title or something like that.
yeah.
Spoilers,
There will be spoilers. Obviously, we're reviewing
obviously.
it, discussing it. If you can't put that together, oh well.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead.
but the movie opens up with us. Susan's learning that she's pregnant, and then we get the flashbacks and getting the little montage of the Fantastic Four, getting their superpowers and everything like that.
Which is when they could have done what you're building up to.
Yeah, but I feel like here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. They should have not gone with Galactus first because I feel like he is a villain that you should have waited for like at least a third movie because right around the corner they are preparing, or I think at this point in time already starting to film Doomsday, the next Avengers film. And of course, we know Doctor Doom's going to be the next villain.
Spoilers: they do show him at the end,
but we don't see his face, so we don't know. But we see his costume. We do see the Queen cloak, and we see him take off his helmet.
And now I see why Robert Downey Jr. is back, because this isn't the same Earth as the Earth of all the MCU movies we've been watching. It's a different Earth.
Yeah.
Like you could even tell by the whole setting of this world. Like it looks like the 1950s, but with a crazy futuristic vibe to it, which was really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. I thought that was a very, very interesting way of making their world different.
Yeah, it felt very comic booky. It really did. Like it felt like something that jumped out of a 60s comic book. But yeah, I would have preferred if they went with a smaller character, or they went with they went with Doctor Doom, because that way we would get more backstory. Because here's the thing, again.
Well, they had Mole Man.
Start doing a counter right here every time I say here's the thing. So, but
it's alive. It's not pre-recorded.
You can make a clip out of it, But that's the thing I'm worried about, is that so they showed a sneak peek of Doctor Doom, and Latveria exists. We saw a little like Easter egg or when they were at the World's Council, whatever, the World's Nation, and they showed all the different countries, and one showed an empty seat. It said Latveria. So Doom is already, he's a figure in this world. He exists. But I don't know. It's like, how much backstory are we going to get with Doctor Doom and Doomsday? Because he has quite a bit of backstory that's tied with the Fantastic Four. So,
Thanos did have in the Infinity War was more like his backstory type movie, so they could be doing something like that, which I don't mind, because they really fleshed out Thanos really well for that build up, and to give him like his own backstory, and let us know what he's trying to accomplish and this and that. So they can definitely do something like that, which they probably will.
Right. And I feel like since they're making an adaptation of Secret Wars, and Galactus was in Secret Wars, they probably bring Galactus back for that. So maybe that's what they're trying to set up. I
actually like the fights better when they were fighting the Silver Surfer. I forgot what her name was.
Shala Ball.
Yeah, when they were fighting her, when they first went to go meet Galactus, to me that was the coolest part of the movie. When they first went to go meet him, and then she's like chasing them down. That was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they don't really fight her again after that. Not really, yeah.
Yeah.
But that, to me, that I like that better than the final act, which was them like fighting Galactus.
Which would you even call it a fight? It was more like him just walking and they're just trying to slow him down, and that was like that finish in like what, 5, 8 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. They if they didn't do what they did, they wouldn't have defeated him. There was no way they could have held their own against him like that. I
Yeah.
mean, he was just like flicking them away and chucking them out into outer space and stuff. It just, I don't know, man. It wasn't bad. I would say it ranks like in between the worst fan four stick, the reboot. Definitely better than that.
Yeah.
I think I like Rise of Silver Surfer better than this.
Really?
Those fantastic, yeah, those Fantastic Four movies were very like, family friendly. Too much for me, but I think I might have liked that one a little bit better than this one.
I
don't
think
know.
both of these films, the 2005 and 2007 Fox film and this one, I think both of them have the like good things in both of them. I just
Yeah,
wish
yeah,
we got like the best of both, like more action, more a little bit more of the family dynamic, more Ben Grimm stuff, more stretching
yeah.
powers, and then like if they had like the good Galactus and they had the you know like all the plot that's going on in this one and put that in the 2007 one, I think that would have made that film a lot better.
Yeah, that Galactus was horrible. It's just
Plus,
like a
plus
cloud.
use Norrin Rad, Silver Surfer because I like that one better. Nothing
Yeah,
against
yeah.
Shala Ball, but she's just a copy
But
and paste
when,
of the other one.
yeah, and when you think of Silver Surfer, you think of him.
I,
But
I know she's from the comics, and I know she
I
is.
liked her better than Galactus.
Yeah,
To me, I thought she was a better villain than Galactus. But we all know
we
Silver
didn't
Surfer.
go into enough lore with Galactus. We just know oh,
Yeah,
he's a planet eater. He has a hunger that he craves, and that's it. I'm like,
yeah,
okay, give us the
yeah.
most basic information. Like, we already
I
know
mean,
that. Give us more.
yeah, you know what it is now? They're skipping like the
The
origin
origins,
story,
yeah.
which is fine. It's fine because we've gotten so many origin stories. Some characters, I feel like they still need to do it with. It was fine skipping it for them. We know how they get their powers. They did like a quick 10, 15 minutes brushing up the past 4 years of them being
Yeah.
the Fantastic Four. Like you said, they could have showed them fighting that creature that was coming out of the ground. We could have went back to watch that a bit, to throw in a little more action.
Just to show a
into
little bit
it.
more of the team, like, in action, like Reed Richards taking
Yeah,
charge and
yeah.
stuff like that,
Yeah, it was like after like a sports game ends or a wrestling event, they put like clips together at the end to fast forward through it to show the highlights. It was like that, like showing a highlight reel of them being the Fantastic Four for 4 years,
Yeah.
which wasn't bad. But like Mole Man was in it. We don't even see how they bring him down or fight him. He pops up later to help him and stuff. Like there is other characters in it. It's just everything with them was pretty much off screen.
Yeah.
And like Galactus looked great, very comic accurate. It's so much better than the 2007 one, which was the sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Silver Surfer was the better villain in it. The scenes with her and them going at it were a lot more entertaining than when they were going at it with Galactus.
Mhm.
And it's just it fell short to me, this movie. Like I said, a lot of Reed Richards trying to figure out how to, do this so they can defeat Galactus and save the planet. And we got a roadblock. Now he has to, think of another way to do
And
it.
I wanted a little bit more family drama between Stu and Reed, because I feel like things got solved too quickly. There wasn't enough tension or conflict, between these actors, or these characters. I would have liked a little bit more of people butting heads, a little bit more.
Yeah, they were all very friendly with each other. Even Thing and Human Torch, they usually bicker back and forth.
I
which
know,
they
and I
did
missed that about the old one. Like, I get it. They are a
Yeah,
family
yeah.
dynamic, but you can still have it where it's like they're pulling pranks on each other, or,
Yeah,
you
like
can have
they
Johnny
did
be
a
a
little bit,
jackass
not much.
sometimes. Johnny was a little bit too nice sometimes. In
Yeah,
this
he
one.
was too nice. Like Chris Evans like really portrayed him as like a jackass.
The first one,
Very
yeah, but I feel like the second one, Rise of the Silver Surfer, he did it was a little bit more balanced out. He was a little bit more chill,
yeah, yeah,
but he
yeah,
still gave Ben a hard time. He's like,
yeah. Which he did once when he pulled like his own little figurine out of a cereal box, and it kept saying flame on" every time he shook it. And the
yeah,
thing just grabbed it and crushed it, and he's like flame off and blew the dust.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean it definitely could have been better. Hopefully, Avengers, what is it, Doomsday?
Doomsday, yeah.
Hopefully they'll be, showing their powers a bit more in that. Even the Thing, I just didn't really do much with his powers.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't even have like a dude he could fight. I think he only like hit Silver Surfer like once, like trucked right into her with his shoulder or something. That was it.
Yeah.
It was mainly like Johnny fighting her and stuff, and then it was mainly them like running away from her as they're chasing them throughout their space. Even when they what are they doing? Star Wars. They when they go super
Hyperspace.
fast. Yeah, they were doing that, and she's so quick, she just caught right up with them
Yeah.
in the wormhole in hyperspace, chasing after him. It was a very intense, fun scene. Like I said, it was a lot better than the Galactus one.
Yeah,
But
I do, and I did enjoy the chase scene. That was pretty cool, and
yeah,
get
that was
to.
the best part. That was the best part of the movie. That
Yeah.
whole scene where they go to outer space, try to locate Galactus, or they're looking more for her. And Reed Richards has all these, super smart ways he knows how to do stuff. But yeah, that was the most entertaining, exciting, fun part of the movie. I mean, it doesn't always have to be action, 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 which Superman wasn't, which we're about to get into.
Mm-hmm.
But don't drag it out with like kind of being a bit repetitive with stuff.
I think that's the problem. It didn't drag enough with where it was supposed to be, or it didn't like have time to let things just, like take a pause, a breather, and just let these characters breathe and let them, let them interact, let them see him react. Like we got a little bit of that with Ben, seeing like how he. With Ben, he has a sad story that was like, he doesn't want to be this huge monster, and he feels like he's alone.
Yeah.
I feel like
this woman that he has like a little thing for, but he's like,
but it's quickly glossed over, and it's just
it's like
we don't have enough time for
that?
Yeah, we don't have enough time to spend time with these characters instead of just like, okay, we got to get the plot going. Oh, we got to find a way to beat
like I said, it's more of a Reed Richards Sue Storm movie. It wasn't really a Fantastic Four movie. Like Johnny had his own little thing trying to decipher the Silver Surfer's language, which was pretty cool because he like did something cool with it at the end. But besides that, that's all his story mainly focused on. It was just Reed Richards, Sue Storm with their baby. Galactus wants a baby.
And I don't feel like these characters really develop or learn anything. Like, what is
you don't really care for them too much either.
It's like with Susan Storm, she's kind of like just like this strong lead, lead for the family, like the heart of the family, which she's always has been. But it feels like she doesn't really go through any kind of like change or development at the end. Like, what does she really learn or anything like that? What do any of these characters learn? Like, like they stick together through no matter what. But like, I don't know. I feel like.
Yeah, the main drama they had was the world was the turning on them because they're like,
which got resolved quickly too. It's just like everything keeps getting resolved quickly, and I just like I want things to just drag it out a little bit. Just let
it was like a 2-hour movie too. I think they hovered too much over Reed Richards being Reed Richards trying to do his Reed Richards thing.
Yeah,
which that gets freaking boring, man. Come on. You don't have to. That was like a nice chunk of the movie, just him doing that.
I feel like there was a lot of content that was cut out from the movie. A lot of scenes, and supposedly there were like supposed to be other villains, smaller, like minor villains that would show up, just kind of showing the Fantastic Four day-to-day life. I would have liked to see that more. It's funny though. Yeah. The one Fantastic Four movie that has been a really good Fantastic Four movie, but it's not even a Marvel movie, is, I don't know if you ever seen the Pixar movie, The Incredibles.
Yeah.
That is like the perfect Fantastic Four movie, without using the Fantastic Four characters.
Yeah, look, Yao B said fantastic snore. I mean, it kind of is. And then 8 Darth Ghost said, agreed, the older 2005 Fantastic Four movies were better. They definitely were more entertaining, and they didn't bore you. These movies had some pretty damn boring parts, sadly. But let's jump into Superman, because we can keep going about Fantastic Four.
Honestly, I give Fantastic Four a 6 out of 10, to be honest.
Probably give it like a 5.7 out of 10.
Yeah,
it's definitely
it's above average.
Game,
I think it's think it's enjoyable if you're if you want something to watch.
Yeah, if you're like a die-hard Fantastic Four fan, you love all that Reed Richards shit, you probably will like the movie a lot. But if you don't like talking scenes and stuff like that, you might get a little bored with it.
Yeah.
And like I said, they really glossed over a lot of their powers
because they use a little bit more action, a little bit more character development. It just let there be a little bit more breathing room, just space things out. But
it was a bit dull. That's a good word to put for it. It was a bit dulled down in a lot of sections. But what wasn't dulled down was the Superman movie.
Yeah.
This to me was a super, pun intended, fun movie. It really was. It was entertaining, had a good story, a lot of stuff going on in it, which was a lot of fun. And it also shows you how, evil and sadistic and obsessed Lex Luthor can really be.
Oh yeah.
And they really portrayed that really well in this movie. I think other movies, they made him a bit too soft. This one, he's straight up murdering people.
Yeah.
Just to get Superman to talk about, to admit stuff, and it's just like, Jesus Christ. But, the guy who played Superman, I thought he did pretty good. I thought I wasn't going to like him as Superman, but he really wasn't bad. It was a pretty good Superman. I know a lot of people were complaining about how he's always getting his ass kicked, which he does a lot. And it's like, damn it, man, come on.
I mean, he gets his ass kicked by himself, a clone of himself, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course he's gonna get his ass kicked by another Kryptonian. To be honest, I know people say oh, he gets defeated too much. Okay, one, we see Lex Luthor using Metamorpho, making kryptonite. So of course, then we find out that that was
my favorite scene. That part, when he locked him in that prison cube. That was the best part of the movie, I think.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Second, did we find out that armored original character that's from that made up land or whatever is actually
in the beginning?
Yeah, that's actually Ultraman in disguise. I don't know why, but
oh yeah.
But then it's oh wait, he's getting his ass kicked by the same person throughout the entire movie. So and we find out it's a clone of himself. So it's what is the complaint here? Because Superman was getting his ass kicked by Zod and the others and the Man of Steel, he
was holding his own a bit though.
Yeah,
I mean, this one he was too, but there was times where they were just, he was getting double teamed a lot, and he really he has some tough battles. And Lex Luthor he's been Superman for 3 years, I believe, and Lex Luthor has been studying him and obsessing over him, and figured it's like he was like playing a game and memorizing his moves to figure out perfect counters.
Yeah.
And it's like he was playing a game with Ultraman saying like L2, F5 or whatever.
What A?
Yeah. And he was doing like all these counter moves that because he already, knew what Superman was going to do. And he's like, oh, I knows the perfect counter for that. So that was interesting. There was also a metahuman. I don't know who she was, but
the engineer or something like that.
Yeah. She had
nanites and on her body, and it made different weapons. I mean, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
I love Crypto. Crypto was probably one of my favorites. And Mr. Terrific was awesome.
Yeah.
Really liked Mr. Terrific in it. Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, was pretty funny in it, and then Hawkgirl was pretty cool in it. She didn't have as much screen time as Mr. Terrific. Out of all the what was he calling it? Justice Gang Green Lantern. They're like, that's not our name.
Yeah. Guy Gardner was calling themselves the Justice
Yeah,
Gang,
Justice
and
Gang.
Mr. Terrific's like, he's like, we're not calling ourselves that.
That's not our official name.
That's not our name. Yeah.
Yeah. But Mr. Terrific, he had a lot of screen time in it, and I'm glad he did because he was a really cool, interesting character. And Crypto was a lot of fun in it. And spoilers, Supergirl pops up at the end, find out that it's her dog. I never knew that. I don't know. Is that from the comics? It was always her dog?
I mean, it's always it's technically the House of L's dog anyway. So
okay.
It's the Superman family dog. So of course, it's.
I like how she's like, thanks for watching my dog. She's like coming in all drunk and shit.
Yeah, that does make me suspicious of what they're gonna plan or like what are they gonna do with Supergirl's story, because does she know about the message that Jor-El sent to Kal-El about like, oh, if you go to Earth, you would have powers and you'd be able to rule and take a harem, which is crazy. So it's like, did she know about that message? Is the entire race of like Krypton like that? Did she like keep that? Like, I want to know what the story is with that. Like, does she drink herself because she has that knowledge? She can't tell Kal-El because she knows, or is she trying to get like? I'm very interested to know where Supergirl's story will go, and considering this DC universe. So I'm very interested to know where that stories go. I just hope that they just don't make.
Well, they are doing a solo movie of her.
Yeah, they're doing a solo movie of her,
and that's where Lobo is going to be too.
Yeah,
with Jason Momoa.
I just hope that she's not going to be. Well, she could do a little bit of like trash talking, but I just hope she's not like a potty mouth. I don't want to see a Supergirl potty mouth, because as a member, she walks out, she's like, "Be a bitch," and I'm just like, "Oh, God."
Yeah.
The James Gunn humor's creaking in like throughout this movie, and I'm just like, please contain yourself.
Yeah. He did make it a lot of fun though. I did like in the beginning where he got the shit kicked out of him. We just see him. It just starts off with him pretty much crash landing.
Yeah.
In Antarctica, where his what's this thing called again?
Oh, the Fortress of Solitude?
Yeah. He crashes near that, whistles for, Crypto. Crypto thinks he's playing and he's jumping all over him. But when he gets him back there, I love how Crypto just drug him back over there.
Yeah.
I do like how his robots were in there too. I thought that was cool. But I liked when he was all, beaten up and they're saying what's wrong with him. And they're like, sunlight and this will, heal and regenerate, whatever. So you see him like screaming in pain as the sun's hitting him. And I remember people seeing that clip complaining like, oh, all of a sudden the sun hurts him now. It's like, no, it's like reconstructing what was broken.
Yeah.
It's fixing. He had a hole like in his liver and one of his lungs or something. It's like healing him rapidly. So yeah, it's probably painful, which I like that little touch to it. A lot of people, I guess, didn't understand that little concept there.
Yeah.
It's
like, I don't know why. A lot of people complain about this. Like, when this movie was coming out, a lot of people were just complaining about the stupidest stuff, saying like, oh, Superman's woke. Oh, he's trying to, like, protect the country from attacking another country. I'm just like, do we not know who Superman is? Are we forgetting who he was before Zack Snyder came in and made him an edgy, freaking sour power freaking killing machine?
Very, very serious. He was just very serious and stern in Zack Snyder.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's not Superman. Superman's like yes, he's a guy with godlike beings, but he acts more human. He acts like your average Joe.
He does in this movie more, which is, James Gunn put his, touch to it. But yeah, that's Superman is more like that. He's not very stern like how. I mean, I like Cavill as Superman. But yeah, Zack Snyder always does like these darker tones to his movies too.
Yeah.
James Gunn is more, upbeat, likes to throw comedy in there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it does show Superman's human side a lot. Yeah, he's an alien from outer space, just like Goku, but he's, is very human and acts it. Like that one scene where Lois Lane was doing her interview with him.
Mm-hmm.
You could see like she was saying all the property and damages and how much all that costs. But he's like, but nobody died. He's like, my whole point is to make sure nobody dies. Which it's like, yeah, that's the whole point of him. He's trying to save people's lives. Things are,
Yeah.
especially with monsters and that huge monster that came out. Of course, stuff's gonna get destroyed, but he's trying to protect everyone. I mean, the guy even protected a goddamn squirrel in it, and
Mm-hmm.
another dog.
Mm-hmm.
The squirrel thing, I was like, all right, you could have just let that squirrel die. But the dog, I was like, all right, I like how he saves the
The
dog.
thing with Superman, it's like every life matters to him, and he won't take a life. And he's like,
Yeah,
he's like, I'm not, doing this under the American jurisdiction. I'm not here just,
just
I'm not here just for America. I'm helping the world. We're all,
yeah,
he
yeah,
sees everyone as equal, and like Lois says, you see the beauty in everyone. It's like.
yeah.
He's like, even if it's like not there, and that's Superman. He's like, I see good in everyone, and I don't believe in like harsh punishment. And I'm like, finally, someone gets Superman. Like, yeah, there's moments he'll lock in and he'll get serious, especially if like you threaten his family, or like when he went to Lex and he's like, "Where's the dog?" You know.
Yeah, he was pissed off about that, which I
But he's
like.
not going to get to the point where he starts having the laser eyes and starts lasering everything like Homelander or anything like that.
One thing though, he did not use his laser eyes, I think, till the end fight, and I was like, oh, like I totally forgot about it until he did it. I'm like, what the hell?
I mean, I don't mind because we've seen Superman in various adaptations use that over
Oh
and
yeah,
over.
yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
like, oh, one of the coolest abilities that he has that's overused. We got to see him use his super breath,
That I like. Yeah, like when he saved the dog.
His X-rays. We got to see.
Yep.
What else did it?
Yeah, showed a lot more of his powers, which they didn't too much in Zack Snyder. I mean, they had him use laser eyes a lot, but yeah, they do show his powers a lot more.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about before, my favorite scene was definitely that middle scene where he like turns himself in, and then they hand him over to Lex Luthor pretty much, and Lex Luthor has this like, what do you make, like he was able to unlock and find like a open dimension that he created. And,
It's like a
made
pocket dimension or a pocket universe.
yeah,
Like
it was really cool, but it was strange too. But he like locks people in there in these clear cubes, and then he has his guards all around, and it's like, what the hell's going on here?
yeah.
But it that scene was so much fun, but it also showed you like how, I forgot what he was trying to get out of Superman. But
I think he was just trying to get more information out of him.
yeah, he was trying to get something from him, and he just brings out this innocent guy that Superman saved, or he helped Superman when he was getting beat up. He like helped pull him up, and he ate once at his stand in the street. So Lex Luthor brings this guy in, and he's like, "You better talk." And he's playing Russian roulette with this dude as he's like, helpless, tied up to a chair. And the second time he does it, he killed the guy. It's like, holy shit. So, it's not like a PG-13 super kiddie friendly movie. I mean,
Technically, it is a PG-13.
yeah, you can bring kids to it. They didn't show like the blood squirt out and
Yeah.
everything, but it just shows you how ruthless and evil Lex Luthor really is, and why he's like one of Superman's biggest foes.
If Zack Snyder made this movie, he would have Jimmy Olsen be
That
the
would have
one
been
that gets
slow
shot.
mode. That would have been slow mode. The blood.
It was
shooting out.
slow mode, and Jimmy Olsen be the one that gets hit, they get killed.
Yeah, he was really cool in the movie too. Like,
Yeah.
I liked his character.
Everyone played a part. Everyone had a part to play, and everyone, compared to Fantastic Four, everyone grew and we saw a development where everyone had their own side story and
Yeah,
accomplished
yeah.
something that helped
Even
Superman.
like Guy Gardner did,
Yeah,
Mr. Terrific, like I said, had a nice chunk. Even the guy, Lex Luthor, like had his child. The guy, I forgot his
Joey.
name. Yeah, he could like use any type of ability, which was interesting. And his name Joey was the
The Joey
guy.
was a
Or
baby, and then
yeah,
Metamorpho
yeah,
was the guy that was able to
yeah.
make things.
That dude, he was able to create kryptonite,
Hmm.
and that's how Superman wasn't able to do anything. But I liked like how you could see it's like draining him.
Yeah,
His face all messed up.
it was like
But then
poison. It's like a poison to him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But what was also cool, he kind of replicated the sun, which really boosted up Superman. But
Yeah,
that whole scene was so much fun. Even that guy's story with his son, I felt more with that character and his son than Sue Storm, Mr. Fantastic, and their son,
hmm,
which is saying a lot because that guy was barely in the movie.
yeah,
Like he started crying when Luthor killed that innocent guy, and he was just like, he was just some innocent guy, and he just killed him in cold blood or whatever. And you're like, wow, this guy, he's really not a bad person.
yeah,
And you felt more with that character with less screen time, a lot less compared to the characters of Fantastic Four.
hmm,
So, but yeah, that whole scene was my favorite. I mean, the end was pretty cool too, but I loved that middle scene there. That was so much fun.
yeah. It was an enjoyable film all around, and like watching it reminded me of why I love Superman so much. It's why it reminded me of the '90s series, a cartoon series. Reminded me a little bit of Christopher Reeve. Even had the Christopher Reeve song like remixed to like modern day. So,
Yeah,
and honestly, I love seeing like the human side of Superman. I love seeing more of the boy who grew up in Smallville, on a farm. His adopted parents teaching him these good morals of how to be a good person, and he uses
yeah,
that. And even though he's an alien, not from Earth, he's still trying to spread that goodness to everyone. Like
yeah.
I just love it so much, and I hope to God that Matt Reeves makes it where the Robin Pattinson's Batman crosses over with this Superman, because I think those two
No,
could,
no, no, no.
yeah, I think those two could complement each other really well.
No, after the Matt Reeves Batman, the second one, that's it.
Ah!
And they're gonna like I wouldn't mind if they just made the Matt Reeves Batman its own shit and then gave us a Batman for James Gunn's universe and just made that
But it's
like
just like
part of this
so
universe.
exhausting. It's like, okay, you have a new Batman, and now you got rid of that Batman, and now you have a new Batman, and now
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
have to get to know this Batman. I'm just like, just merge the two. Like,
But like I said, with like Spider-Man, there's so many different Spider-Man things they can do with multiple, even like multiple Peter Parkers. And I wouldn't
mhm.
mind if they had two different movies out at the same time, but it's just different universes. They could do the
I mean,
same thing
they
with
they kind
DC
of
with
doing
Batman.
that with the Spider-Verse movies, but I guess it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
animated, but I don't know. It's
Yeah, yeah. But like I said, if they did like a Ben Riley one and we're still getting the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, like I wouldn't mind that. Same
yeah,
with Batman.
or
Like you can
Kane,
keep
maybe Kane, the second Scarlet Spider, or
yeah, yeah. Like you can keep this Matt Reeves universe Batman, just make it its own thing, and then give us a new Batman for this new James Gunn DC universe.
I don't
So
want a new Batman. I'm tired of these Batman. I only want
well
one Batman.
James Gunn now is the Kevin Feige of
Hmm.
DC movies. So he's trying to create his own DC universe.
Yeah,
And right now I knew this was gonna happen too. I'm like, Marvel's doing so bad. I guarantee now that James Gunn's running shit, DC movies are going to be better than Marvel
I'm
movies. Right
for
here, it's showing us that
yeah.
Superman was better than. Yeah, yeah, it's a little different. It should be more like Superman going up against Spider-Man or something. But it's just showing you that DC now is heading in the right direction, and Marvel still cannot get their head above water.
It only took them like
Listen,
what 17 years to DC finally get their head out of their asses and be like, okay, how do we be top dog again? While Marvel's
I
just
mean,
milking everything.
I mean, old DC movie, like the old Batman and Supermans were good, like the old ones. But
Yeah, like in the
yeah,
70s,
them
90s, before the
they
2000s.
they Their mistake is they're trying to catch up too quick with Marvel. They just did like Superman's movie, then they're like, all right, let's just jump to a Justice League movie right away. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, whoa, why don't you do everyone's each individual movie? Because Aquaman wasn't bad. I mean, the Flash,
Was crap.
it
It was.
wasn't.
It's
Yeah, it
crap, and I
wasn't.
don't. I don't. I don't support Ezra Miller because
Yeah,
he's
that
just a.
Ezra Miller really like shit all over. His name is so shit on right now. Like you do not want to support anything he does. He's such like strangling that woman. You see weird. He's just there's something wrong with his head because he a fan like saw him and he was recording, and then he was like saying to the fans like. The fan was like, "Hey man, how's it going?" He's like, "Hey, you want to get punched in the face?" And he's like, "Haha." He thought he was like messing around. He's like, "Do you?" He was like all serious, and the fans like all confused, like what?
Yeah,
And it's like, what are you
he's
doing,
just.
dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a whack job, man.
I heard there's rumors that they might bring in the Flash for this new DCU, and they might like
Yeah,
have Grant Gustin from the Flash TV show to come on to be
I
the
wouldn't
Flash
mind that.
again, like reprise his role.
He
And
was a
I,
good he was a good Flash. Like
yeah,
I liked him as Flash.
yeah, he was a good Flash.
Yeah. I mean, even if they recast him, just as long as Ezra Miller's, got which he is, because he was part of the Snyder universe,
Hmm.
and Aquaman will probably get recast. All these characters are going to get recast. Wonder Woman, I don't know if Guy Gardner is going to be the Green Lantern for now. Most likely, Nathan.
Even if not, we still have like so many other Green Lanterns like that are on
Yeah,
Earth, like Hal Jordan, John
John
Stewart.
Stewart. Yeah, they
What's
should
his
do a John
Kyle,
Stewart since we haven't gotten a John Stewart
yeah,
one yet.
Kyle Rayner. I mean, that's another one. So there's like
Yeah,
so many
yeah,
Green Lanterns you can do. So even if
yeah.
Nathan Fillion doesn't
Like
want to come back,
if it's this. No, he's really good friends with James Gunn. He was in the second Suicide Squad. He was the guy who like pulled his limbs apart.
yeah, he was also in the last Guardians movie.
Yeah, so he's like really good friends with James Gunn, so
Yeah,
I'm sure he's gonna stay on as Guy Gardner's Green Lantern. But
yeah,
I feel like since now we got that, he's probably the Green Lantern at the moment, unless because are they like Green Lanterns at the same time?
yeah.
Isn't like different district are they? I thought only like one district got this is Green Lantern for this area at a time.
Maybe they switch.
I
I don't
guess
remember, but I think they like sometimes they switch where like maybe they'll go on patrol in the space and then they
yeah.
come back and
Like I,
Earth and like they'll go back and forth. I'm not
I
too
know the
knowledgeable.
animated movie, there was two. I think there was John Stewart and like Hal Jordan at the same time, or there was two of them at the same time. They're both from Earth, so I guess like
Yeah,
there is multiple ones.
yeah. I'm not too knowledgeable of the Green Lantern lore, but I know there have
Yeah,
been multiple Green Lantern on the same at the same time on Earth. So
yeah,
it's
and another great example of Fantastic Four not showing like past fights. Look at Superman fighting. He was fighting that one monster that grew real big, and
mhm.
then they were also fighting that squid looking creature out there too. So he was like fighting multiple different enemies, which was cool, and they didn't do that with Fantastic Four at all.
Yeah,
So that was another good thing. But you know, every for the most part with the Superman, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a fun movie, and I wasn't bored. Watching it. I was invested into the movie, unlike Fantastic Four, where I really could care less.
yeah,
I mean, some of the characters I like, but like Sue Storm and Reed Richards. Reed Richards, I really didn't give two shits about. Sue Storm, I cared for more because I think mainly because that end scene where it was like a mother trying to protect her child, and moms are very protective over their children in general. So it made sense that like she was using her power to the max to save her baby.
yeah,
But yeah, the Superman characters were just fleshed out so much better, and both of them had time skips. Fantastic Four was 4 years, Superman was 3 years. So it's not like, oh, Superman had an origin story, Fantastic Four didn't. Nah, they both had time skips and they started bam, right then and there. It started right into it. So
yeah.
you can't, say this one's better because he had an origin story. They didn't. They just jumped right into it. So you can't say that. But Yeah, Superman. If you're gonna go see a movie out of those two, I recommend Superman, and I'd probably give this Superman like a 8.4.
I'm gonna do you one better and do an
I know you.
8.5.
Isn't that what I do with you, Fantastic Four? But I went lower.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. I enjoyed Superman a lot more. The whole time I had a grin on my face. Definitely,
yeah,
definitely want to want to watch it again. Um, but yeah, that's just our opinion. I think we're gonna start wrapping it up now.
yeah.
Let me just see. Is there any comments? Oh my God, Kuso, you need to calm down, boy. I see him texting all in the chat.
It's like Kuso and Ghost Tab were going like back and forth.
Yeah,
James Gunn is more like what Kevin Feige used to be. Yeah, Ghost
yeah.
Tab, you definitely are right about that. Then Ghost Tab also said Demon Slayer in a movie is 4 million USD away from being the ninth biggest box office. Yeah, it's like breaking records. I know it passed Mugen Train and everything, so Demon Slayer probably will break records here too.
Yeah.
Do you think they will kill Superman in his second movie like Zack Snyder did? Probably not.
No.
Cast Ezra Miller as Darkseid.
I see one as Pedro
No.
Pascal as Darkseid. Jeez.
God. Kuso, 9 out of 10. Superman was a good movie. Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What else we got? Let's be honest, no way they trust Guy Gardner to take care of any planet. Yeah, Guy Gardner just like seems like he just does whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Justice Gang, the Justice Gang. Yeah,
Uh,
so I mean that's I'd say that's our final thought. Superman definitely the much better film out of the two. If you're gonna go see a movie anytime soon, I recommend that.
yep.
Uh, but yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up because we're gonna record a pre-recorded episode that I'm gonna upload tomorrow, the next day, going over the One Piece season 2 trailer.
Oh. 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 Yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, stay notified,
All right, stay
so
notified.
that way you can know when we go live stream. Be sure
No
to
one will go
follow.
live.
Be sure to follow our socials and on second YouTube. I'm going to post
I
video.
lost socials.
Follow us. What are you doing?
I'm just
You being a
saying
reverb, being an echo? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next video or
We'll
live
see you in the
stream.
next video or live stream.